Hello people, this is Ryder here to review the Kamen Rider Geats DX Beat Axe. So this is the main side weapon that is obtained when using the Beat Buckle, to which showcased here we have Nago and Geats. Now this is actually the third release of these side weapons. However, this is the only one I picked up because I skipped out on the Zombie Breaker and the Ninja Duel. So, here we have the top right here showing the two modes of the Beat Axe. Again, it's pretty small for the most part. So again, it just has Nago and Geats using the Beat Axe in both modes. This is not a canon form of Geats. Contents and PDF file for the QR code. And just shows you all the stuff you can do with it. So let's take it out. So I apologize if it's really yellow. I don't know why. I'm losing my white balance. So hopefully I gain my white balance back, but hopefully it's fixing color correction. Anyways, here's the Beat Axe. And, you know, it's definitely tiny for sure. It can fit the entire frame. So it's not really, for a guitar, it's not really that big. But as an axe, it's alright. Because that's what you have to remember. Basically it's an underhand axe, from what I've seen. But, you know, I think the design overall is pretty neat. It still carries over the color scheme of the Beat Buckle and such. And obviously it just makes sense to be equipped with a guitar or an instrument of some sorts. This is the trigger button, despite the fact these are also present. This is just the only one you can actually press, which is why it's a different color. This top part is actually not separated when you actually when you initially take it out of the box. So you just simply push in like so, and I really do like how it's actually curved. Other than that, this other half is pretty basic. We got the gold paint here, we got this button speaker, we have this nice hollow foil, you know, like, I don't know what you call it, but I do like this. We got the string, which is, I'm genuinely shocked they actually went through this, or they actually decided to go through this effort, or this, what, they decided to do this method. And then, as you can tell, the blade's just really hollow. On-off switch like so. We, just like the Magnum Shooter 40X, we have another slot to put into the holder. And this is where you actually put the 2 cell batteries. Because, again, this came with a pull tab, but I gave it to another toy. So you can, because of that, actually slot it. If I actually have it correct, you can actually slot this into the raised buckle holder, which honestly is my least favorite weapon in here, just because it honestly just doesn't work in my opinion. It just doesn't work because you have a blade of an axe just facing out, and it just doesn't look great. I feel like the Zombie Breaker and Ninja Duel definitely work a lot better in here. However, due to its form factor of it just being here, you can actually, can't have that because of spoilers, you can actually almost slot this into the Desire driver. It's just that it's hindered due to this part and such. But you can take the Magnum shooter and tightly slot it in like so. So then you can have the beat axe slotted in the Magnum shooter. Now, obviously, it's not going to activate anything, and you don't even need to like release it because this is not even properly locked in. Because basically these tracks are a lot more thicker than the traditional race buckle tracks, and yeah, they're the same exact size. So I don't know. I just find that pretty interesting for the most part. Anyways, on and off switch back here. Get the announcement of the weapon, and by itself we get a basic slashing sound. That's it. And if we press this down, it's going to already move on to what we're going to do. So if we were to press this button, we have our first mode, Rock Fire, to which then when we press down the switch, it's not a string. So let me first zoom out. So press this down. So we get our first standby, and then if we press it, we have our finisher, Tactical Fire. As you can tell, it's the same, but if we press it down twice, there's our second standby, and then our third one. So basically it's the same finisher for each standby, but I do appreciate that each standby builds up from one another, just kind of like the beat buckle itself. And then if we were to press this again, we have our second mode, Metal Thunder. So this is our first phase. Second phase. And our last phase. Third phase. To which we get Tactical Thunder. And for our third mode, we get Funk Blizzard. And again, just press it. Tactical Blizzard. And again, if you press this, it just resets. So yeah, obviously this is a lot more simpler than the Magnum Shooter 40X, obviously. But it does a good enough job of being like, what's the word? Self-contained. Though I feel like this one kind of lacks what I thought was kind of the best thing out of the Ninja Duel, which was versatility. And here it goes becoming yellow again. But because despite the fact as of now, I'm not picking either the Zombie Breaker or the Ninja Duel up. Like this one definitely has is the best sound-wise, but I think functionality-wise, it's kind of in between the Zombie Breaker and the Ninja Duel. I feel like the Ninja Duel is probably best functionally, just because you have two modes out of that. Even though, when you do the round 2, I know when you do the round 2, it's not really a different finisher. But I mean, you at least get 6 finishers out of that thing. And it actually acknowledges that it's in 2 different modes. And then the zombie breaker obviously only has the one. So like this one technically is like the superior one because it has 3 of them, but at the same time it's kind of lacking that there's not any more finishers out of it, because it kind of sucks that you can't use the guitar mode normally, because the guitar mode is basically, or yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a guitar. Like that mode's basically just restricted to you. The guitar mode is basically the finishers, and then the axe mode is just basically the weapon mode. So I would have kind of liked if there was like, I guess, 2 variants of being able to do like tactical fire within like the axe mode or the guitar, because it kind of sucks that you're basically stuck like with basically guitar mode, even though it's just like, well, that's why you just use your imagination and just change the orientation of the axe whenever like if I'm trying to do tactical fire, then just hold it as an axe. And it's like, yeah, that's probably what they want you to do, but it's just like, I wish there was more like specifications. I don't know. Like, yeah, I know it's just like, it's kind of expecting too much out of like, you know, a weapon that barely does anything. Which is why it's like, you don't need to get this thing, but it's just like, if you want to pick up, well, I mean, it's really up to you of the 3 weapons you want. I decided, again, to go over the beat axe, but luckily, like, the zombie breaker and the ninja door are, like, the cheaper, like, they're all cheap, is the thing, just because no one's buying them. Though, like, I feel like if you really want to get your money's worth of these weapons, I feel like the ninja door is, again, probably the best one. Even though, like, you know, that one still doesn't have, like, just by a bit. Like, in functionality wise, I feel like the ninja door is probably the best one. Just because you can actually physically change the modes, unlike this one is just changing how you hold it. So, yeah. I got this off of HLJ for, like, I think $27. Get these for $20 a piece. I feel like they're a lot more worth it because, again, they're not the Magnum shooter, so they don't read the raised buckles at all. But they are definitely unique weapons. But that'll have to do with this review. This is Ryder, and all of you people. This is too long.